Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by San Remo.
Another surprise!
Out of the blue.
You want that with fries?
Out of the blue. Come with me across the sea. On another view. We're gonna cook for you.
Nothing but blue skies!
Out of the blue.
You want some chili with those fries?
Out of the blue.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Out of the Blue from the beautiful Fleurieu Peninsula.
On Second Valley. What a beautiful beach, Becky. Second Valley is a hidden gem, approximately an hour by car from Adelaide on the Fleurieu Peninsula. In this episode, we check out some leafy sea dragons, cook up some delicious Australian salmon.
And one thing I'm going to do is meet some kids from the local area school, the Yankalilla area school, that one of their classes is a fishing class. Can you believe it?
And guess who's been invited as a senior student to learn all about the School of Fish?
I might come out with a diploma.
See you later.
See you
On my
later.
way, I'm this way.
Now, Christine, tell me about your school fishing program. Sounds very exciting.
Yeah, well, it started about 18 months ago and it stemmed from all government schools survey their kids about their wellbeing, and the kids kept telling us that they didn't have another significant adult to connect to in the school. So we all got together and decided we would start a program called Connections. I'd always been passionate about fishing, though I couldn't fish, so I hooked up with Graham Alexander, and when we've been bringing kids down here to either Normanville off the beach, Rapid Bay or Second Valley. They generally catch something. We've never been here and caught nothing.
Already I've caught about 6 or 7 tommies just by having a line that doesn't have a sinker on it that's floating, so that's pretty good.
Some salmon trap, some salmon, a ludrick, a couple of small leather jackets. A couple of them undersized, we're about to let them go, and a couple of them keepers, but just to sit them in your bucket for a little while so the kids can have a look at them and let them go.
Now, is it open to all levels of the school kids?
Mainly our 7, 8s and 9 students, so what we class as our middle school. We just found that they were the students with the biggest need.
I think it's awesome, being able to go outside, being able to go and do things other than normal school, because not every school gives you the opportunity to go out fishing and stuff like that.
And we ran it for 8 weeks, so the same students would learn with Graham about just how put the sinkers on the rods and that sort of thing the first week. So I went right through, which concluded with a fishing charter down at Cape Jervis.
I thought it got snagged in the mouth, so I just went it up and got tangled.
Wind him up a bit there, mate. I think level of entanglement there, Phil's expert level.
Happy to cut it
There we go, we're away. Yep. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Bombs away.
When the kids catch the fish, does it stop there, the experience, or do you take it further with scaling, cleaning, filleting?
Yeah, no, they do all of
the
that,
whole
yeah,
lot.
and especially on
That's
the charter.
amazing, isn't
They learnt a lot down on the charter about how to do it and taking the fish home to their families so that they can cook. And it even stems a bit further than that. So we had some students in our first round who had never been fishing, and I know I spoke to their parents and they were getting fishing rods for Christmas.
Did you see any difference in the kids after these events?
They share lots of things with you when they're away from the school. So a lot of good stuff that happens, but also some things that might be troubling them, and then we can put some support in and just check in with them. But also I think the fact is that the kids now will see me in the yard and come to me, and I'm not seen as the person that sits in the office with the yardstick, so to speak. So lots of communication now with the students, and that was the whole idea, someone that they could connect to.
Well, well done.
Yeah,
well
it's
done.
a great program.
Take someone to think of it and do it, and you've done it.
Thank you. Team effort.
After the break, I'll show you all how to gut an Australian salmon without filleting it. The secret about that is the fish won't dry in the middle.
Here in South Australia, we get the Western Australian salmon and the Eastern Australian salmon. Now, they're not the typical salmons that you think about, you know, the red Atlantic salmon that you get down in Tasmania. These are a different species that are related to Tommy Ruffs, Australian herring. A real interesting story with Western Australian salmon is because most of it comes from Western Australia. So around April, May, you get spawning off of the southwestern coast of Western Australia. They time it beautifully with the Lewin current. As those eggs are spawned and those little juveniles develop, they ride that current through to South Australia, and then the juveniles come into the Gulf. They then migrate further to the eastern side of the state, and then once they approach maturity, they go all the way back to Western Australia. So we don't actually see any adults here in South Australia. We fish the sub-adults. Now, these fish can get up to 10, 12 years of age, and we're starting to see quite large numbers come through, which is really good signs for the fishery. And it's one of those untapped resources that we have here in South Australia. You know, we've got an opportunity to really increase the production of Australian salmon and get it on people's plates, because it's a really great fish to eat.
Mike Steer told us all about salmon, the Australian salmon, and now I'm going to show you how to prepare it. So, very inexpensive fish scaler. If you haven't got one of those, just a spoon. So always start from the tail, just work it through gently, because you could rip it. You don't want to do that. And make sure you work it around the dorsal fin, turn it over, and gently over the belly, and then work it again along the dorsal fin, which is the long fin. And there we are. And now I'm going to show you a trick about how we can also remove the intestines without splitting the fish. So what you do is grab your knife, where the anus is, you just cut it through there, and then turn it around. We're going to sever the gills, and what I'm going to do, there's the gills, and I'm going to show you how it all comes out. And you know what the secret about that is? The fish won't dry in the middle. You can do the same with Tommy Ruffs. So that's another way to prepare your salmon. And lucky, I'll go and rinse it off in salt water, then my mate Mickey's going to come back and we're going to show you how we're going to prepare it for the barbecue. I'm going to score these. I reckon
I like the way too that you clean the last one.
It is interesting.
Very interesting.
And I'm going to show you, so we do that again.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
And what we do, like my dad taught me.
George,
salt them first. Now, could you prepare the base?
So we're going to use the base with nice thick slices
nice
of onion.
thick slices of onion.
Red onion, of course.
And while you're doing that, I'm just going to put some oil just there first. Now the lemon first, Mickey. Then we'll do the same.
Hang on.
Going to cut them slices to put them on top.
Here we are.
Thank you.
Another one.
And what we're going to do now, just for you, can you do some slits? Okay, so what I'm going to do is put that inside the fish. Just cut that in halves.
Cut it in half like that?
Yep, and I'm going to do the same. And I'm going to put it on top, Mickey. Bit of oil. And then
You got the tomatoes, you want me to slice them?
Yep. That looks great already, doesn't it?
Yep, beautiful. So what's this dish called?
Let's call it the Second Valley Mediterranean Fish Barbecue.
Sounds like a song.
Oh, hello.
Fish barbecue. Fish charcoal barbecue.
Charcoal barbecue.
So because we've upgraded, we've now come up with for this dish especially, a charcoal barbecue.
So that's one, Mickey.
Yep.
So Mickey, oil.
Onion.
Yep. And I'm going to put inside the cavity of the fish.
Yep.
That. Some olives this time. A lot of natural salt in the olives. Limoni.
Yep.
1, 2, one more.
Right.
Okay. And what I'm going to do, if you can do your tomato, I'm going to put the fish to sit on its...
Oh, okay.
How's that? Something a bit different.
It is a bit different.
A bit more oil.
Oh.
Beautiful, that Balducci oil.
Now the burning question, so to speak, on the barbie is how long do you reckon it might take?
I reckon about 15, 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Okay.
Because you'd want them well done.
No, medium. Just so long as the meat comes off the bone, that's when it's ready. So that one's got to sit up. That's it.
That's it.
There we are.
Coming up after the break, the finished fish dish.
Now, Michael, it's been 35 minutes.
Yes, you're
I
right.
must say, though, it's smelling superb.
It's one of them, Mickey.
All right, now that was the one that was upright.
Yeah, and I think I turned it on its side, so...
Okay. There you are. Okay. Well, you go through there, and I'm going to just wait in anticipation. Now, this. Oh, look at
Oh,
it. It's intact, Michael, too. Look. Look
oh,
at that.
look at that, eh?
That is beautiful.
Look at that.
Yeah, superb. Well done.
Well
Well
done.
done. No.
Well, that's one. Let's see, that's the one on its side that we actually did turn over to make sure.
So to imagine the heat of the steam in there, it would have been incredible. So,
Oh, look at that, both. Oof. That's the one that was standing.
that
Oh,
is
look at that.
amazing.
Can you tell? Look at that.
Oh, Michael, that's well done. That's well done.
I think.
Because seriously, that's why I asked earlier, you almost better to overdo it than underdo it. wouldn't
Absolutely.
you? So there you are. Next time you catch one of these beautiful fish, don't throw it overboard. Don't throw it back. Don't use it for bait. Eat it. There's billions of them out there on the sea.
Why don't you go to your cellar and pick out a wine that we can enjoy with this fish? Okay, good boy. Mickey's just gone to the cellar and what have you selected?
Picked up a cheeky little Vermentino.
Vermentino.
From
Oh.
Sepultura, yep. A little bit of, I suppose, a little pear, a little bit of citrus, but ideal for your beautiful salmon.
We have
So,
two empty glasses.
you notice that we've gone up market with the glasses. Now, I would have thought you'd be hard pressed to get a more fitting wine. Here,
Beautiful.
Second Valley Beach, and oh my goodness,
Oh,
that's stunning. Well,
lovely,
let's try
delicate
some.
flavour.
I reckon it'll just go beautifully with this. You're getting a bit of oil there.
Oh, Mickey, look at that.
Olive. Oh.
Oh,
Mm.
hello.
Absolutely superb.
Australian salmon.
That's beautiful. Cheers.
Yes.
After the break, Adam cooks up her favourite pasta recipe.
All right, let's go leafy sea dragon hunting.
Another experience you can have at Second Valley, apart from fishing off the jetty, is to go and discover the local leafy sea dragon.
Yeah, Second Valley is a great place to see the leafy sea dragon, experiencing marine sanctuaries that we started up about 5 years ago to take people out to experience marine life in South Australia. Has been really successful. We had about probably 60 or 70 people here a couple of weeks ago experiencing the leafy sea dragon up close. One of those experiences you can't have anywhere else in the world, of course. The leafy sea dragon is only found in southern Australia, and it's really unique to this part of the coast, usually at Rapid Bay, but for some reason we've got a lot more leafy sea dragons at Second Valley over the last year. They're the marine emblem of South Australia, and they've been protected for a number of years now. Most people don't realise how large it grows. If I take people for a guided tour, they think it's going to be like a small, tiny little seahorse. They are related to the seahorse, of course, but they grow up to 43 centimetres long, so it's quite a big dragon. The male carries the eggs, which is unusual. So the female will deposit up to 300 eggs into the tail, and she'll swim off and keep on partying on while the male does all the hard work of getting those babies hatched. It takes about 2 months to hatch, and over a week the father deposits those babies, which are about 2 centimetres long, along the ocean floor, and only a very small number will survive. They'll come into the shallows and get into groups and start feeding on small shrimp until they grow to full size in about 2 years' time.
And what else, apart from the leafy sea dragons, do they get to see?
This spot here is really well known for the blue devil. So the blue devilfish grows to probably about 36 centimetres long. It can live to about 80 years old. So it stays in the same place for 80 years in the same little crevice. They look quite grumpy, but why wouldn't you look grumpy if you're staying in the same place for that many years waiting for a feed?
Carl, congratulations and thank you, and great initiative on establishing EMS.
Thank you very much.
Adam, bit of a curly situation we got here.
Funny you say that. San Remo curly fettuccine, Michael.
Is that new?
It is new. It's fantastic pasta product.
Curly fettuccine?
Yeah, today I'm going to make you a spicy number. It's called a prawn diavolo. So the old diavolo, the old devil.
Oh, you were a bit scary.
No,
You look like one then.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Our pasta's going to take around 14 minutes to cook, all right? So around 12 for me. We're going to finish the last couple minutes in the pan. Now, Michael, with our long strand pastas like so, we want to use these type of tongs, the plastic tip ones, okay? Not your straight metal ones, because otherwise you're going to pull apart that wonderful pasta.
Okay.
Lid on, get that cooking. All right, it's prawns. We've got our prawns here. So I just got some Spencer Gulf prawns, local. Yeah, just chop them up into little half centimetre pieces, like so.
Yes.
2 cloves of garlic, 2 hot chilies.
Extra virgin olive
Extra
oil.
virgin to start to kick it off. Now, this is something I don't normally do because I always add my herbs at the end, but with this recipe, I like to fry off some of my basil at the start.
Okay.
So if you could put in the garlic and the chili for me, and then just enjoy that fragrantly waft of chili. Now step back with
Now
it.
step back. Oh, look at that.
So now,
colours.
stop that, obviously from cooking too far, splash pasta water. So in with our prawns like
Fancy
so.
Gulf prawns.
Yeah, probably about 200-300 grams worth there.
Okay.
Now see what's happened?
Yes, I
All
can see it
reduced
already.
down.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And we can
The
add.
sting's gone out of it.
It has gone. Again, in that goes. Just to help with that.
That's a great tip.
For me, it is, look, you know, sometimes we just don't have time to make, you know, a seafood stock or a chicken or whatever it may be. So this here is liquid gold. We need half a jar of passata. Give that a crack.
I probably can't.
Hey, pop,
Very
pop goes the weasel, huh? You want to give
That was very good. What did you do? Just bang it on?
Yeah, you just give a tap. So half a bottle of passata in like so. Now just a pinch of
Not
salt.
much. Yes, just a pinch.
Just a pinch.
It's a big pinch.
Yeah, well, big fingers happens. So we just give the heat on that.
Okay. It's starting to smell like an Italian restaurant.
Ah.
It really is.
Well, it's going to be a spicy
That's-
Italian restaurant, let me tell you.
It is got that wonderful aroma that's coming up.
Well, we've got 5 ingredients, haven't
Yeah,
we?
that's
5 ingredients, and we're going to have a cracking pasta dish. Let's check on our curly fettuccine, Michael. Oh, have a look at that.
Wow.
Hey?
Just a tad under 14.
Yeah, tad under. And look, I like my pasta nice and al dente.
Yes.
But we're going to finish the last 2 minutes, right? And this I recommend doing for all pasta dishes, cooking your last 2 minutes of the pasta in the sauce.
In the sauce.
For me, this prawn diavolo is the one, though. It's a winner.
It's a very curly one. That one you've done well. No, seriously, it's fabulous. A new pasta on the block.
Thank you very much.
Good, well done.
Well, that's it for today's show. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our website and like us on Facebook. See you next time.
What's that?
Yeah. So you down the Fleurieu, look, Mickey, in the beautiful second valley. And then you can do the rest. Go on, you say
you want me to
Then
say?
I'll say the beautiful...
We've had our year 7s in our middle school for quite a few years, so sorry.
That's a slab.
Is it? Sorry.
Oh, your drink.
Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by San Remo.